A controversial baby Trump blimp is flying near Parliament this morning as tens of thousands descend on London to protest against the president's controversial visit to the UK. The 20-feet-high inflatable caricature, which depicts the leader as an angry infant wearing a nappy and clutching a mobile phone, is intended to be a symbol for all those campaigning against the American president's policies. There was a countdown and a cheer as the balloon soared above Parliament Square, where it will soar among statues of revered world leaders including Sir Winston Churchill, Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela. But it has drawn criticism from both sides after it was given the green light by London Mayor Sadiq Khan in a move branded highly inappropriate. Hours after he landed in London for a 4-day tour of the UK, President Trump said he felt unwelcome in the capital and said the blimp made in his likeness was to blame. He said he used to love London but would now avoid the capital amid the furor over his planned visit. Trump, who arrived in Britain on Thursday, told The Sun newspaper that planned protests against him in London and other British cities made him feel unwelcome, so he was avoiding the capital as much as possible. Trump told The Sun, "I guess when they put out blimps to make me feel unwelcome, no reason for me to go to London. I used to love London as a city. I haven't been there in a long time. But when they make you feel unwelcome, why would I stay there?" And Donald Trump's lawyer Rudy Giuliani said the London mayor should be ashamed of himself for approving the giant balloon protest about the American president's imminent visit. Giuliani said Sadiq Khan should be ashamed of himself. He's so busy attacking President Trump's visit, and, in the meantime, crime is spiraling in London. Maybe he should just do his job instead of attacking a world leader. Britain regards its close ties with the United States, which it calls the special relationship, as a pillar of its foreign policy, and Prime Minister Theresa May has courted Trump ahead of the country's departure from the European Union. But some Britons see Trump as crude, volatile, unreliable and opposed to their values on a range of issues. More than 64,000 people have signed up to demonstrate in London against Trump's visit, while other protests are expected around the country. A few hundred people gathered to watch the blimp launch in Parliament Square, with organizers of the stunt wearing red boiler suits and red baseball caps emblazoned with Trump babysitter. After counting down from 10 to 1, a cheer went up as the large balloon rose to fly around 10 meters off the ground, next to Parliament and the River Thames. Brett Kirchner, 25, from North Carolina, said, "As an American, I think it's great. It's a peaceful way of protesting, and there are a lot of people who agree with it. Back home in the States, there will be some who are very upset about this protest and who think it's insulting. I have been asked to send photos back though, not everyone likes Trump." Speaking in Parliament Square, Jason Keynes, 50, from Pimlico, central London, said of the blimp, "It's good. It needs to be done, because he's a bigot and a racist. He shouldn't be president, it should have been Hillary Clinton." Brian Bass, 48, originally from California, who now lives in Muswell Hill, North London, added, "I'm just enjoying the spectacle of the blimp. I'm very excited to see people this upset on this side of the pond. It's great that Trump is now in a country where there's proper freedom of speech. He's been hiding in countries where they can't protest." Paul Fonseca, 23, who is originally from Mexico but now lives in Camden, North London, said, "I think it's hilarious. It's an accurate representation of his politics, which are so immature. He never enters into adult discussion." Organizer Daniel Jones, a charity communications officer, said they were trying to make people laugh as well as making a serious point. "It's also about giving a boost to those in America resisting his policies," the 26-year-old said. One man dressed as a gorilla and wore a Trump plastic mask stood inside a large metal cage. London Mayor Sadiq Khan, who was criticized by Trump in the Sun interview for failing to control crime and prevent militant attacks, gave his blessing for the blimp to be flown and rejected suggestions this showed a lack of respect to the U.S. president. The idea that we restrict freedom of speech, the right to assemble, the right to protest, because somebody might be offended, is a slippery slope, he told BBC Radio, adding that a protest to welcome Trump was also planned. "We have a rich history in this country of having a sense of humor as well." Although he may not be a fan of the blimp, it looks like it'll be following him as he ventures to Scotland later this week. Protesters are planning to transport the balloon to Scotland overnight to fly it at Trump's Turnberry golf course, where he is set to play on Saturday, according to The Hill. Police Scotland says, however, that protesters are not allowed to fly the balloon at the estate during the president's visit. Clearly there is a significant protection operation in place for the president, and this includes restrictions to the airspace in the Turnberry area. We need to ensure there is a balance between protection and public safety and the public's right to peacefully protest, Assistant Chief Constable Mark Williams said. With that in mind, and on this occasion we are unable to grant permission for the balloon to fly in that area, however we are in discussion with the applicants about possible alternatives, he added. I used to love London as a city. I haven't been there in a long time. But when they make you feel unwelcome, why would I stay there, he said to The Sun. I guess when they put out blimps to make me feel unwelcome, no reason for me to go to London, Trump added. He proceeded to throw jabs at Mayor Khan, not only for allowing the baby blimp to fly above protests in London that are set to take place this week during his stay, but also for his criticism on Trump's travel ban on citizens from predominantly Muslim countries, according to USA Today. You have a mayor who has done a terrible job in London. He has done a terrible job. Take a look at the terrorism that is taking place. Look at what is going on in London, Trump said. He might not like the current president, but I represent the United States, he added.